today's video, I'm gonna share my experience with
Model Magic.
If we haven't met, I'm Natasha and I'm the owner of Doodles. I make cute artwork and merchandise. In this video, I'll be talking about my experience with
Model Magic
and its benefits and my review later on. And it's called Model Magic and it's by Crayola. It's really easy to shape. It's non-toxic as well. So if you don't know how this clay works, it's a modeling clay made for kids. Usually it takes around 24 hours to 72 hours to dry. But because these pieces are quite large and detailed, usually I leave them for about 4 days, which is a good amount of time for them to dry. It dries to a matte finish. Usually enough when it's like 3 to 4 days, it's still quite squishy. But this one has been drying for about 2 months, I think. So it's quite sturdy. Like if I press it, like I'm pressing it quite hard. This is the hardest I'm pressing it. Still retains some of its squishy nature even after it dries. This is the white one, and what I like about it is that they sell it in really large bags because it's mostly used for classrooms, and they also have loads of different colors. If I'm not wrong, there are 12 different colors here. 12 or 24? 12. Anyway, lots of colors. So I thought I would be making like little desk figurines, which would be really cute for you to display on your desk as an ornament or like to accompany you during your day. I started experimenting with Model Magic around the end or mid to the end of May, and I really liked using it, so I decided to just do a spontaneous update to my store, on my online store. So I did a limited launch of these. They're really easy to shape, and also the texture like dries out to a really smooth finish, which is something I really like about this clay. And since it's a modeling clay, you can make quite big objects with them, like this one. However, I found that when I left it to dry in a certain position for too long, it tends to crack, especially when the room is too cold. It's not super noticeable. It's mostly at parts where it's joined together. When it gets too heavy, when you push the two clays together to let them stick to each other, they tend to crack like this. Okay, so I tried selling these at markets, but it was really difficult to bring, so I did a pre-order for them. Some of the pre-orders went quite well, but other times it didn't go as planned because I think people really wanted to buy something on the spot. But because I transported these to the market, look at how the back turned out. This was totally smooth, but I think when it's under some pressure for a long time, it retains that shape. So it's not really easy to transport around, especially bigger ones like these. Yeah, so that is some of the cons of working with this clay. It's not easy to transport, and they have to be coated with resin in order to be more durable. However, one plus point of these is that even if you drop it, it will not break. Let me show you. Like if I throw it like that, it doesn't break. However, if there's sustained pressure at one point, it tends to get slightly dented around those areas. Would I recommend this clay for beginners? Yes, definitely I would recommend. In total, all the colors and 4 large packets of Model Magic cost me about $90 for large amounts of clay. I would say the value is really good. It's also really easy to work with. And if you're an artist, it will take you really long time for you to make something because you have to wait for it to dry. And most of the time, I suggest leaving it for at least a week so it can get really hard before you put resin over it. And putting resin over it will take another day or so. So I hope you enjoyed my review of Model Magic. I'll be discussing clay desk